Good evening, Janardhan Reddy. Hello, this is Vinay on behalf of Harvin. Welcome to you. So we still have four more minutes, and we'll wait. And in the meanwhile, if you have any queries, Janardhan, you can please ask me. I shall be there to answer. I'm going to wait for your query, Janardhan. Arijit, Imran, Janardhan, if you have any queries, you can start asking me. If not, we'll start from 4. And I would start with my introduction once it's 4 p.m. so that everyone can get a fair bit of idea of what exactly we do in Harvin and with respect to the Lean Six Sigma workshop, which we are engaged for today. I have a question here. I've already green belt certified, but not getting any opportunities. But definitely, you will get opportunities. You what you can do is you have to try, modifying or else, changing your profile, adding the keywords in those. So only then you can start. Only then it will be good for you. But you'll definitely get opportunities. And if you enroll for the black belt with us, with the entry Arvin, we also provide on the opportunities for placements. We can refer you for a lot of companies, and that would be helpful to you. And Janardhan Reddy from Andhra Pradesh, my engineering graduation, MBA and operations. I've been 10.6 years and not getting. Honestly, I can agree. I mean, all of us are in the pursuit of looking for opportunities and for job, but definitely these skills of Lean Six Sigma certification, may it be green belt or black belt, will definitely be helpful. I only say that you will definitely get opportunities and you'll get interviews. When HR they try to look in for the profiles, they look for some key words in your profile, which you must really take care of that. Put in some keywords in your profile, in your resume. You will definitely get opportunity. Yeah. So now it is 4 p.m. I think we are good to start. All of you, so welcome all of you. I see participants, attendees here, and we must be good to start. So you can post your questions on the Q&A, and I shall be answering all of those. So welcome to Six Sigma workshop from Henry Harvin, and thanks for connecting. So let's start with introduction of Six Sigma. Okay, now Six Sigma it's basically an American concept which evolved and propagated from Motorola, which was an electronic manufacturing company, basically mobiles and a lot of other home appliances. So they had this problem of quality issues. So later on, they developed this methodology of Six Sigma, which is both the standard deviation, the calculation of process deviation, and those. And they developed their own problem-solving methodology, which is called as Dmac, which I'm going to be which I'll be talking to you later. So, and Sigma means standard deviation. Standard deviation means the deviation from the process, deviation from your mean, which has to be closer. So in statistical terms, we call it as central tendency. So all the data, whichever has been collected, whichever has been analyzed, you expect all of them to be closer to the mean. And the statistical calculation is called as standard deviation, which is part of Six Sigma, which is a Greek term. And the second part, which I was talking to you, was on the problem solving methodology, which is Dmac. I just want you all to just look into this. So the problem solving methodology, what is followed with respect to the Six Sigma. So here what we do is we define the problem, and when we define the problem with the perspective of customer, that becomes very much easier. So as the saying goes, a well-defined problem is half solved. So we have to define the problem with a customer perspective. And later on, after defining the problem, we must measure the problem. We must quantify the problem, which involves the validation of data, gathering data, and those. So, for example, whenever you go to a doctor, the doctor will ask you like, what is the problem? So you give a lot of explanations, and the doctor will later decide, okay, this was the problem. And he will again ask you how frequent you get for a particular disease. It might be headache, stomach ache, or it's backache. So he measures the problem, and later on he analyzes the problem. He or she analyzes the problem and tries to find out the root cause of the problem. So after the root cause is found, we try to eliminate the root cause by implementing actions. That comes in the improve phase. And once the actions are implemented, when the medicine is given to you, as in being a patient, so then for some period of time, you will be assessed whether those medicines are really benefiting you in order to control that particular disease or else pain. So in this Six Sigma Dmac methodology of problem solving, we apply the scientific methodology of solving a particular problem. That is what you are going to be learning in the entire Lean Six Sigma training, may it be green belt or black belt, with this methodology of Dmac. Further, Six Sigma is a business methodology and it's a scientific way of solving a particular problem which will increase the profitability, the process efficiency, and the productivity, and mainly the defects. So, what exactly you mean by defects? Defects and defectives both are different, which you can understand once when you enroll to this program of Lean Six Sigma, may it be green belt or black belt. There is a lot of difference between defects and defectives, which you can understand. So basically, we try to identify the defects and start reducing the defects with the help of this problem solving methodology. Again, coming back to the same thing, standard deviation, how the process data is been deviating from the mean. That is Six Sigma. And coming to this of again to the Six Sigma, it's a business improvement approach. It is just not an activity where you do day in day out, but it's a focused improvement towards improving the process, which will make error free, which will improve the quality by identifying a lot of waste, lot of defects in the process. It's an approach which is driven from top down. When I say top down, which is the management drives all this activity. For example, if any suggestion is given by any employee, that must be validated, considered, and implemented. That is the approach of management. They will consider, and any company practicing Lean Six Sigma, TQM, the Six Sigma methodology, each and every employee's suggestion and their participation is very much important. Now, going again, why do you need Six Sigma? To eliminate defects and to reduce risk in an organization. There are a lot of risks. If at all, if you produce any defects, that will be a risk in an organization, which will lead to the dissatisfaction of the customer, and you might lose out on the business and your profitability goes down and so on. To improve the business process, each and every organization, they have the processes, and you constantly and consistently must try to improve the process. Without improving the process, you cannot sustain on the business. The initial days, it was you could decide on your profitability. Say on the total cost, you could say 10%, 20%. But with lot of market competitiveness, you cannot decide on the profitability. You have to reduce your cost. And the only way to reduce the cost is by practicing Lean and Six Sigma. And of course, to improve the quality and also ensure there is a compliance with respect to the control plan audits, and in the FMEA, we ensure that the compliance is adhered. To help improving existing services. So whatever services it's been delivered to the customer, we consistently improve with the help of Lean Six Sigma. And also to assist, given the learnings of the current problems, current defects, current issues, with the help of Lean Six Sigma, we try to develop new products, new services, and cater to the customers. And the main thing, to upgrade career in terms of managerial positions. So a normal employee is different than a person who is certified Lean Six Sigma person, because the way you look at the data, if you are certified, the way you look at the data, the way you look at the situation, it will be very much different post the certification. So it will help you to change your perception on the process and also on the data. And to get wider opportunity, if you're looking for a job change, if you're looking to change your position or let's start your own firm concern, it will definitely be helpful, and it will widen your eyes so that you can look for opportunities more. How does this affect an organization? See, every organization, they have issues, they have problems. So organization must consistently look to identify all the issues, all the problems, and start improving them, or is reducing all the issues and problems. And this concept will definitely be helpful. I can assure you, once you enroll into this program, you will find the fruitful result. And of course, it reduces the defects, and also with the help, and also in this control phase, wherein you try to maintain the results, it will definitely improve the quality. Applicability, where exactly you can apply. I have a simple statement which I have experienced from my career and exposure of work. I would say you can apply, implement, practice Lean Six Sigma irrespective of any field, whether if it is into textile, banking, accounts, manufacturing, aerospace, anywhere. So in this example, we mainly are trying to reduce the errors. Errors mean defects in fund transfer, in profile updates, names, address, in the case of billing on that front, and reduce cycle times on the processing time. Cycle times can be with respect to the manufacturing or non-manufacturing. Account opening, when you're trying to open an account, bank or any other service provider, you need to provide all the particular details, and if it is not, it helps. This concept will help you in getting all the for your all the information. KYC basically, and loan processing. If you are a banker, you need to gather all the information right, and this concept will help you in getting all the needed information from your client. Credit card issues, all the details given by the client, customer, you can validate with the help of Lean Six Sigma. Telecommunications. Largely nowadays, in this time, we are all dependent on the telecommunication, the network, the data, and all those. So if you can gather all the information, all the data, and with this systematic scientific problem solving methodology, you can solve all the issues wherein we focus on in our Lean Six Sigma program. It talks about improvement of accuracy. Accuracy is again a term in the quality. There are multiple headings in quality like FTR, FPY, RTY. So we can definitely help. It will definitely help. And also on reduction in the response time from if we are the service provider, we can definitely reduce the response time towards the customer for the particular complaint and improve our feedback. HR. HR is the area when everyone feels that we cannot implement. We cannot implement Lean Six Sigma or Six Sigma or by Lean. The myth is that we cannot implement Lean and Six Sigma in HR. But to be honest, I can tell you all that we can implement in HR also. We have done a lot of projects on HR where we implement cost of poor quality concept, the RTY, role throughput yield, and with the policy deployment, we can ensure that all the policies are spread across and cascaded across the hierarchy, and improve the safety and compliance issues and reduce the turnover rates. When I say turnover rates, it is the employees and the attrition, which we can reduce with the help of this concept. So again, coming back to the government sector, and we have a lot of clients, lot of participants, students who attend from the government sector. They come with a lot of experience, say at least a minimum of 20 years of experience. So and they genuinely come to learn, and we provide them optimum services with respect to the learning knowledge part. So you can improve the public service systems like education. I know exactly they can improve on their optimize on the transportation. How exactly they can reduce their and improve the waste management. and taxes part. I have a question now. Okay. When you say Muhammad Kalim, when you say fleet management, basically you're talking about the transportation part, right? So if I can take that question, so Lean Six Sigma, it's very simple. You try to identify all the waste in the system. Waste means which does not add any value to your system. So with the help of this lean concept, basically we have a tool called as VSM, value stream mapping. We can identify all the non-value added and waste activities, and it would be helpful to identify the waste activities and to improve the process. I would again repeat, irrespective of field, irrespective of whatever is there, we can definitely improve our process. Yes, I think I have. Yes, now moving forward. Again, aerospace, again, we have done some of the projects in aerospace. Also, again, it all boils down to the same concept that wherever there is process, we can identify the loopholes and we can start improving the processes, irrespective of defense or aerospace. Job options. After you complete, you can be either a Lean Six Sigma consultant, it can be lead manufacturing engineering. Okay, Yashwant, what exactly Lean and Six Sigma is? Okay, I'll just talk about the job options and then I'll answer your question. You can be a Lean Six Sigma consultant wherein you can help across the a lot of companies. You can be employed as an engineer in a manufacturing firm, company, process development engineer. When you apply all these methodologies, when you talk about waste, when you talk about deviation, it will be helpful for you. And the compliance structural engineer, it's very important, which comes into the the sophistication of whatever we live in. It will be helpful. And operating system specialist, it can be operating, can be terms of, can be for the manufacturing or non-manufacturing. It would definitely be helpful. And again, IT project manager, we have lot of loopholes with respect to how exactly the projects have been executed. May it be development of software, or else development, or else deployment of testing and correction. So definitely we can be there. The upcoming thing, which normally all of us can see, is the BA, business analyst, with absolutely with whatever we see nowadays, everything is data driven, big data. So these concepts can definitely help. And coming to a data scientist, see, data means a lot. Data matters today. So with whatever we are doing, whatever we are working, data, and a scientist, you can be into the part of a scientist role, which will be definitely helpful. And at a higher position, if you can be a black belt or as a master black belt, then you can lead the entire organization, the company, on this concept. Now, answering the question here, which is better, Lean or Six Sigma? Both are better. See, the concept of Lean and Six Sigma comes from two different countries geographically. One from Japan, the Toyota, and Six Sigma from Motorola. Lean talks about process optimization, improving the process. Six Sigma talks about elimination of defects, the rejection, the quality issues. So if you ask me which one is better, I would say both are better. And the difference is, Lean talks about optimization of process by reduction in the waste, redundancy, non-value-added activities. Six Sigma talks about the defects. Defects, how exactly I can identify and reduce the defects, and the problem-solving methodology. Yes, I hope I have answered that question. Yes, I have another question from Ritik Chopra. I have an yellow belt and trained tested how to identify a project around certified, please. Okay, you are employed in Accenture, Ritik. So how do you identify a project? I can give a small hint about it. Whenever there is a customer feedback and which is bad, which is not meeting your threshold, then you can identify a project. Whenever any of your matrices, KPIs are not meeting the target, then you can identify. Whenever your managerial person feels that there is an issue with respect to the process, then you can identify a project. And whenever there is an organizational issue which impacts your entire business, then you can identify a project. And we have a methodology called as profit and gain matrix. With the help of that, you can identify the project. It may be green belt or black belt. I'm glad you can understand these terms. You being yellow and green belt, I think this would be. And feedback, if your thresholds are not met by the processes, and if there is any operational concerns on these terms, you can definitely implement and practice all this concept. Thanks, Ritik. Thanks, Asutosh. How will Six Sigma be helpful in e-commerce, warehousing, and supply chain? Okay, what exactly you try to do in warehousing? You try to gather all the needs of the customer, which comes to a particular warehouse, and then distribute them. How optimized can your process be? Again, I come back to the same concept of VSM and routing. With this help of this concept of routing and the VSM, you can practice and implement. And which will be definitely be helpful when you can understand how exactly the process flows. So basically the lean talks about identify the value, define the value, create the flow, identify push versus pull, and then seek perfection. So when you can identify what exactly must be the flow of the process with respect to the lean concept, you will definitely achieve the desired results. May not be the complete, but near to it. Yeah. So benefits, evolve your project management skills, and on the quality management, real-time application, the results would be very much apparent. And once the problem has occurred, you do not want that to be repetitive in nature. You want to eliminate it once for all. You cannot be, the problem need not be repeating all over again. It must be a one-time issue. It cannot be a no issue which repeats all over again. So with the help of these concepts, it will be helpful. Learn to predict. It will also help you to predict, estimate what future deviations, future problems can occur, and accordingly you can plan for mitigation with this help. And the next thing is you are always trying to improve the processes. It is not that today I solve a particular problem and it is over, but you consistently and constantly try looking for the improving of process. And of course, on the problem solving. Now, career benefits. Job opportunities. Some of you have sent the messages that even though I'm a certified person, I'm not getting opportunities. It all depends on how exactly you portray, you present your profile on your resume. So we can help you on that front, where what exact keywords have to be there, and even if at all, if you are getting any interviews, how to crack them, what are the key questions they're going to ask, which we can help you on that front also. And there are some organizations, they make as in a rule that once if you are a green belt or a black belt, the promotion and the appraisals will be better. It's a rule for companies like Honeywell. They make it a rule that whenever an employee is recruited, a person is recruited as an employee, they make it a rule that he or she must be certified as a green belt, must complete a project within 3 months of the joining. So after you get the certification, for the better improvement of your position, you need to be certified as a black belt. And if not, you must look for the projects, essentially do keep executing the projects. And what difference it makes? What difference it makes if you are a normal employee and if you are a person who can understand the process and suggest for changes. If you are suggesting for changes, if you can analyze the data and if you contribute for the organizational development, then you are valued. You will be appreciated and appraised also. Okay, these are some of the numbers wherein you can see by yourself. I mean, it's not that surprising for me. Yeah, even in Genpact, I think we have a lot of participants coming in from Genpact. And okay, if you want my introduction, I am a mechanical engineer by qualification. I have been practicing Lean and Six Sigma for about 12 plus years. I belong to Bangalore, and I've worked across industries right from I started being a consultant with my guru. Later on, I started working with clients across India, may it be banking, manufacturing, automobile, textile, aerospace, and machine shops, and those. And later on, I joined organization which is they were into aerospace, and it was basically into the software developing, software testing, engineering activities, making designs and drafting. And later on, I have the experience of working in automobile and hands-on experience, developing their OEEs, SMED, and then I worked in US healthcare, the medical billing, medical coding, and the insurance process. That's about my experience. And these are the numbers wherein you can look into that, and it really helps you. I mean, it differentiates between you and a normal employee. And this is just again the summary of it, which definitely helps you. And if you know that people, a lot of them travel out of India to US and to UK and to Australia, wherein they go there to do industrial in engineering in MS. I mean, but we provide it here. We may not provide you the MS, but we provide you the skills and the knowledge. That is all what we can do, and assist you in your projects after completion of training. Thanks, Ritik, on the compliment. About Henry Harvin, what exactly we do? See, we are the education institute, professional education institution, Henry Harvin Education. So we have been ranked one for the certification in India by Training 360, and we have trained for more than 3 lakh people across India and outside India. We have people from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Canada, Sweden, UK, and so on. And aligned to ISAC Book of Knowledge, but with whatever knowledge we create and we impart, that's aligned with them. And we have more than 150 corporate partners across India and outside India also. And we do a lot of events in colleges, right from this IASC and IAMs for the certification. We are not only into the Lean Six Sigma, we do a lot of other programs also, like the content writing, the GST, the PMP, and so on. So that's what we do. And we predominantly, our main motive is to propagate and the knowledge part. It's not only on the textbook front, but also on the practical application part. And these are some of our clients, which you can see in, which we have been doing down the line for many years now. We have a lot of them, honestly. And I mean, someone is from Genpact, Ritik, you are from Genpact. We have done some programs for Genpact, and we have a lot of participants from Genpact. Uh, and KPMG, Howden, Aces, Bajaj, SanDisk, Alstom, Wonderman, and they do come in groups sometimes, and if not, we do programs. I mean, at their own facility, Saab Miller, and we have, to be honest, we have missed a couple of them. WNS. I mean, they are like one of the good clients with us. Coke Engineering Solutions, which we have recently completed our program there just before the lockdown, and so on. And again, these are some of the institutions wherein we are associated with. We do also, not only on the professional front, we also do the programs uh, in the colleges, apart from IIMs and IISc. We do this also. Some of them, nowadays what is happening is it is not only about you. You started working and then you look for certification. But nowadays what is happening is you want the certification right before you completion of your education, may it be masters or undergraduations. They look for it. Okay, so we have been featured in the media, may it be print, may it be on the social, or else in the news. Or we have been showcased, and they have been kind enough. We also help on how can we exactly improve our profiles. I mean, improve your own profile, being the participant, and we have been invited to colleges, and we are also invited for in other countries to deliver lectures, deliver some programs on how exactly we can improve the performance, and so on. And these are some of the feedbacks what we get on the portal, may it be ours in the end of education, and also on some of the other social in this league of internet. We have been rated good with a lot of good feedback, and we are doing good. I mean, with respect to the sharing of knowledge, we are doing it really good. And these are some of the feedback which we have received. Yep. Now coming to the Lean Six Sigma Green Belt certification course. This is the certificate which you will be receiving it. And what all we do, what all we give you, what all we provide. Lifetime membership, and wherein you can access the recorded videos of the trainings, and you will be having brush up sessions, 12 brush up sessions for 1 year, and internships with us or else with our partner firms, which are assured. If you're looking out for opportunity, being a fresher, and we also support on the jobs. So what we do is we identify what is the need of the market and which organization needs what sort of people. So we understand this and we share with all our participants, students basically. And we also improve on how exactly you can improve on your skills to crack the interview. Yes, every other institute asks for 2 to 3 years of experience after a black belt, but INDR doesn't have that requirement. It is advisable, Yashwant. It is always good if you come back, if you are there for the black belt with some experience. It's the only simple thing. You can understand the terms. So even with us, though we don't ask for 2 to 3 years of experience, but we expect you to be a green belt, or else enroll with green belt initially, and after some gap you can enroll yourself for the black belt. It is not just straight away you get into black belt, first with green and then with black. Even though if you inquire us with the black belt, we first ask you that are you certified as a green belt? And if you are certified, we ask for the experience. If you do not have the experience, if you do not have the green belt certification, we ask you to first enroll and then take a gap and then attend for the black belt. Yes. And of course, we also help in improving your skills on cracking the interview. I hope those questions are answered. Thanks, Ashwant. Okay, how exactly this happens about the course? We have 5 sessions, and each session would be for 4 hours, continuous 4 hours. Predominantly, it happens on weekends, and sometimes if there is a need, we will do it on weekdays also, depending upon the need of our clients, which is all of you. And you will have the post the certification, you will have the people who can answer all of your queries with any of your needs, understanding differences and all those. We shall be helpful. What exactly happens in the training? What we mainly concentrate is not only on the certificate, we concentrate more on how exactly you can implement all these in your work area. It is not sometimes, some of you may feel that, okay, glad I'll get a certificate, I'll crack this assessment test and all, but it wouldn't be sufficient. It all matters. It is all important that how can you understand the concept. For example, why exactly it is called as 6 Sigma? Why not 10 Sigma? So there is difference. So we teach that. And how do you implement it? How do you practice it? We teach that. So our training would be on the practical front, which helps you in the decision making, and all the decision making happens on the data. On the data, what you have, what you collect, and how do you analyze it. This is what we teach. At the end of the day, for all of us, you may be employee, you may be the MD, CEO of the company. What exactly matters is my bottom line. Am I in profit? Am I in loss? That is all what it matters. And the next thing, tools learned. That's the important thing. There are a lot of tools in Lean and Six Sigma. So we try to concentrate more on analyzing the data and how exactly we can evolve with solving the particular issues. That is what we do. And trainers, including me, we are a team, and we are committed and aligned to the need of the market, and consistently and constantly we try to understand what is the need and appropriately we deliver. So you can experience this once when you enroll with us, and I can assure you that you will be happier. And you'll be glad after enrolling with us and after completion of the program. That I can assure you. You can take my word on that on behalf of my company, which is Henry Harvin. And the methodology, we use the methodology of GCAO, goal-centric and action-oriented. So you must have heard this book of 7 habits of highly effective people. So it basically talks about goal and being oriented. So we adapt this particular way of methodology of training. I wouldn't say this as training. I would actually say it's an interaction between the industry experts, you all, and we being the service provider for all of you to understand. So this methodology will be very good for all of you to understand. That's how it is. And the content is always available in our LMS portal with lot of presentation, with videos. It is not that you can only watch the videos of your session. If you enroll, You can always go through other session from the inception of Henry Harvin. There are a lot of session has been done, which you can look into it, go through, and any doubts you can always come back. And a lot of Excel sheets, lot of exercises, case studies which we provide, it should be useful, and which you will feel it good. Certification, which is valid and I mean will be in your name and it is valid across. That's what we feel. And again, on the analytics domain, eligible for thousands of high-paying jobs in India, this certification from us will help you. If at all, if you're trying to start up a business of your own, with irrespective of any domain, manufacturing, non-manufacturing, service, banking, all of this. So if you can understand all these tools, so you can define KPIs right from day one. It is not that you will have to start your organization and then wait to identify the KPIs. KPIs mean key performance indicators, which you can identify on the day one itself, and then you can start monitoring them. Data are very much important. And in our program, we talk about data, we talk about how exactly these data can be used. Even before that, how can we collect the data and then use. These are the course fees, the training fees and examination fees. I mean, this is the cost of the training. This is for the examination and including the certification. Once you complete your training and clear the exam, and for the certification and the lifetime membership with us. Whenever you need help, we are there with us to the LMS or else to contact any one of our trainers. This is the cost. And for the access of our LMS. Yes, I have a question here. Yes, please. If you can put down in the chat box or else in Q&A. I think I had a question there. Yes, Mohammed, it is internationally recognized. It is. That is why we have people from I didn't get that, Mohammed. I'm sorry. It is recognized. See, if you see, you have a lot of certifying people. If you ask me a particular governing body, I can say it is Henry Harvin by ourselves, and our certification is valid. That's how people are coming back to Henry Harvin, and they're getting opportunities. So we ourselves are the governing body. I mean, I wouldn't say we ourselves are the governing body. We create our own content. We yes, body of knowledge. To answer that, the concept by itself, Lean and Six Sigma, it is not something wherein we developed, but we are practicing it. These are all the good practices which we have accumulated and developed in a different way on how we train, how we educate, how we provide the knowledge. And I hope I have answered your question, Mohammed. Now, there will be monthly brush-up sessions which happens once in a month. You'll be getting mails and you can attend, you can ask all of your doubts, wherein the case studies will be presented to you and you can clarify. A body of knowledge, again, I would want to come back to that question from Mohammed. See, these concepts are something which are like, yeah, thanks. And you can access all of us, I mean, all our trainers whenever there is a need. If you want some feedback, some clarifications on the project, you're absolutely welcome to contact us back. Yes. Now, this is a package for your green belt. It's 15,000 for 5 sessions. Each sessions will have 4 hours. The entire package, which includes the training, the access of the LMS, access to the multiple trainers, and the brush up session, and for the certificate and lifetime membership with us. It is 15,000 rupees. And the next one, which you can see is, this is, as I was telling you that a question from Yashwant, that we always suggest you first complete your green belt and then enroll for the black belt. So if you want the combo offer of both green and the black belt, it would be around 40,000. So initially it will be for green belt and then the black belt. We'll be having 5 + 7 sessions of training, and of course with some gap. What differentiates Henry Harvin? We provide, as I was telling you, you can contact all of our trainers at your own convenient time. We can review the projects. If at all, if you're executing a project, we can mentor and we can provide support. And there are absolutely monthly sessions. The access for the multiple trainers and practical content with the videos, you can access all our videos, and 100% money back guarantee if the content after the first session. So if you attend the first session and if you're not satisfied, if you're not happy in with our delivering of the lecture, delivering of the training, you'll get absolutely 100% money back. That's assured. Then we have the upcoming badges. That is 25th, which is for the weekend batches and ends at and another batch on the 31st. If you want to talk to any of our person, these are the contact numbers, or else you can just if you want to enroll, you can directly go on to our subscription and you can enroll, or else you can just Google with Henry Harvin and try enrolling before tomorrow, before Monday. Probably you might get some discount also. You have 24 hours to enroll to get some discount, which you would definitely. So it starts from the moment we are done with this webinar, you can start thinking and start enrolling. It's 24 hours. And these are some of the testimonials which we have got from our participants, which I would like to share with all of you. Which is there. If you can just Google by yourself, you can see all of this. The feedbacks, there are plenty of them, not only for the Lean Six Sigma, but there are a couple of them also.
Hello everyone, good day. My name is Sadiq Gupta. I'm currently working as an assistant manager engineering in Global Spirits. That is a FMCG company that manufactures alcohol. That is both IMFL and country liquor. Currently, my company is dealing with hand sanitizer in this situation of COVID-19. So I thought of doing this Lean Six Sigma Green Belt from my last company, that was a Trident Group in Punjab. I was also knowing some of the companies that was offering this course, like KPMG, Benchmark, etc. But I Googled for many hours, like a day before paying the fees. So my search and results was.
Okay, I would not want to take much time. You can if you can just open up in the YouTube, if you can search for Henry Harvin Education Six Sigma, you can find all these feedback from our participants, clients, which wherein they are very much happy. And I can say we are the number one, doing good job in this domain of Lean Six Sigma, and also with other trainings which we provide. I take a lot of pride in expressing you. So these are some of the feedbacks which we receive from our participants. So now, if there are any specific questions, I would be ready to answer. I'm ready to answer if you have any questions as such. It can be from anyone. So that is it from us. That is what we were supposed to explain to all of you here. It would be 15,000 and 40,000 for 15 for green belt and 40 for the black belt, and try to enroll within 24 hours, which would be helpful for all of you. Yeah. So if there are any specific questions, you can please ask me. I can definitely answer upon. Okay, I expect people to attend, people to enroll, and we shall meet during the course of the training with plenty of you. Thank you for being patient, and thank you for being with us with the Henry Harvin. I hope to see all of you enrolling to this program. Yeah. Thank you.